it in this upcoming game.
The crowd are ready, we're ready as well. It's time to dive into the first game. RRQ takes on Bigatron Alpha.
Okay, and we're just gonna see how this pans out because both players are using that Cho and using the assassin type of hero. So we're gonna see who has the better rotations because honestly, when it comes down to it, Bigatron, they do not have as much CC as I would like going against the composition coming from RQ, but it all comes back down to how they, implement it in towards the game.
This is interesting, actually. Albert opting to go for not the killing spree, but the Demon Slayer mark. Max popping the Quad Shadow, going for the Retribution. Albert wins it in the end, still as on point as ever.
I think it's gonna come down to how active can Key be on the Natalia, right? Because right now for Bigatron, that is one of their main advantages. They can try and use that to pressure and maybe deny some purple buffs from Albert. But they need to make sure that they make something happen with these pick-off style heroes, right? Because once it comes down to the team fights against a Ruby and a Yves and a Beatrix, man, the team fight from RQ is so solid. Unless Bigatron Alpha is trying to bank on the fact that Natalia can split push in that late game, but that is a bit too idealistic. Although I remember Val was able to 1v1 Albert's Ling with the Natalia. So it's still possible.
Yeah, okay, so we're gonna see maybe that come into fruition right now here in a 1v1 situation.
Ooh, able to deal more damage than Albert, but Albert will just go ahead and pick up that jungle creep, moves on instantly. He gives him a high five, They're best friends. Max now, caught in the bad situation. Vin goes in for the stun, but instantly backs away. Matt now trying to help his twin. Albert joins in. Turtle will be up in 5 seconds for both of these teams.
I do agree with what you mentioned about Natalia being able to roam around the map a little bit better, but Natalia is notoriously countered by the presence of Ruby, so I don't see how Key is going to have the ability to do as much impact as he could possibly do, and we can already see, though, some engages happening.
Oh my god, Vin just get bursted down. That's not going to be enough, though. For the side of RRQ, they're trying to fight, but it's going to be the Quad Shadow popped in. The Finch poised right there onto the backside. Max gets taken down, but the Tempest Ablaze by Albert. Key now looking for the kill onto Albert. No execution. He used it earlier onto Vin. Albert doesn't choose to go for that turtle. Instead, just moves backwards towards his purple buff to pick it up first. A 1-for-1, but RRQ definitely on top of that one.
That was a really sad movement from the side of Max. I mean, do you see him? He went in, and he just got instantly, slapped on the face, and then he just died. So, we'll see, we'll see in the later stage of the game. I mean, he does have a good amount of possibility to deal out the damage in the early game, especially paired with the Natalia. So I think they really need to be able to utilize more of their pick-off strategies in the early game. But of course, beware of the rotation coming in from Albert.
Oh, Key jumps in. He's going to be silenced there. Albert now caught in the bad situation. He ain't overturned. Going to be able to pop him, but will he be able to get the kill? Tempest Ablaze! Albert! He gets out with the help of Clay, but Key, he's ruthless. He's diving in under the turret. Albert, very, very intelligent movement. He backs out instantly to the base. He actually walks back.
I think he was afraid of the presence of Natalia because Natalia was missing on that map. But now we're also going to take a look a little bit onto the items as Vin is caught in a 2v1 situation here.
Yeah, Max is just stacking it up right now. Doesn't just go for the shadow kill. I'm afraid going to be popping. That's going to be the shadow kill all the way to the backside. Now Max goes in for the way the dragon and the G Kundo. But Clay survives with 1 HP. Immobility going to be popped. Skylar needs to get out. Will be able to, but instant response for the side of RRQ as Albert goes onto the turtle. Bigatron Alpha looking for the trade in the top side though. Key jumping in on the Kyler. That's a lot of damage! And he's gonna get taken down. Max goes into the Quad Shadow. The twins, will they be able to get a good trade? The answer is probably not here. They're only getting a few hits onto that turret gold.
I mean, if the Beatrix was placed on any other person other than Skylar, I feel like he definitely would have gone down, but knowing that this is one of the power picks coming in from Skylar, very notorious with that sniper, with the shotgun, and with all those abilities in his arsenal, was actually able to outplay that situation and denying any compensation for Bigatron Alpha to get out.
This is a rough spot for Bigatron Alpha to be in. If you think Max is struggling now, you're gonna see him struggle even more in that late game. Albert goes in for a play though.
Yeah, that's gonna be a silence right there. I'm afraid they're gonna be able to bring Rainbow back in the real world. Manipulation! Instantly, the collapse. RRQ, a 4-man gank onto those two members. Matt trying to open up the map with the Jeet Kundo. Albert will be able to dodge away from that one, and Max in his own jungle. Like you mentioned, Arashi, this is the Demon Slayer emblem, talent from Albert. He's gonna keep on farming, and he's gonna be able to clear it much faster.
Yep, he's not going for that aggressive style. We saw High pull out in match number 1, but it is still working very well. And it's just a fresh look from RRQ.
Yeah, and talking about fresh, guys, don't forget to get your hands on the Gigaruda Splash here by Cinepolis. As, oh my god, that sniper nearly hit.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage actually. If he's able to just connect it, he's 2-0-1. I'm very curious to see the items. Does he have the BOD yet?
We'll have to see. I mean, Vin earlier goes to the flicker but doesn't get a kill. But R7 now will be able to survive.
Oh man, again, they used their a lot of abilities. That's going to be Max jumping with a shadow kill. Yine overturn as well. But how many resources did they use that they popped there? It is a trade 1-for-1, but RRQ, what they need to do is scale. So RRQ have been able to get the favorable trade, 1.4k gold ahead.
Oof. Right now, Albert goes for his purple buff. Bigachon will try their best to make sure that he doesn't get to secure it, but I think he'll be able to get it without any problems right now. And obviously afterwards, the next play will be on the turtle. If RRQ can get a pick off here, that would be massive.
Yeah, they need to set up for this properly because honestly, Bigatron Alpha, they don't want Hoshi to just keep snowballing from the get-go. Guys, it's still 6 minutes. It's still very early on, and it seems like Hoshi, they're just spinning out of control right now, being so dominant, but oh my god.
I'm offended, going to be able to connect onto the backside key, jumping on the Skylar, but the damage from the Miru's Passion will be able to take him down. The execute doesn't even get him. Top of the play is going to be popped right now as way the Dragon used defensively. Albert jumping everywhere. Real world manipulation, locking Matt down as Albert picks up the kill with the Finch poise to that backside. Max now in a 1v1 against Albert. You don't win this, Max. He goes out a quad shadow, and Albert just keeps on farming.
Newfound respect for Yves, though, being able to be very good in team fight type of situations as well as pick off. I mean, you could say time and time again, Bigatron Alpha, they were trying to dive in and make a play, but with the real world manipulation slowing that movement down, it was easily countered by Hoshi with the composition that they have on the table.
As we were mentioning, like Bigatron Alpha, if they don't get the pick off, if they don't get the insta burst onto one of the members of Hoshi, the re-engage is brutal, man. The real manipulation as well as the potential combo with the I'm Offended from Vin will be like so devastating because Bigatron Alpha, essentially all their members need to be near you to actually deal damage, so they have no option to space out and deal damage from multiple directions. They're gonna end up clumping up together, and if Clay doesn't get stopped, man, that is a lot of damage coming out from that ultimate.
Absolutely, that's crazy, man. And if we can take a look at the damage taken right now, R7 actually tops the charts with 31k. Matt, able to get a few good trades on the board, but it's still a 3k gold lead now for RRQ. Bigatron, I want to remind everyone that this is not a composition that scales.
Yeah, it's not. So
I mean, they can scale, but they don't scale as good as RRQ.
Exactly. So as the clock ticks, it is still going to be in favor from the side of Hoshi. And R7 is on top of that leaderboard because you can see every time they want to initiate something, they want to go for a team fight, it is Uranus being able to deal out all of that. But look at that.
Skylar reads it out. Key going for the execute. He flickers out of it. Oh my god, Skylar! What in the world was that?
A little too much, honestly, from Key. I do understand he wants the target, but he has to be careful because, like I mentioned earlier, this Natalia is heavily countered by the Ruby as well as Skylar being able to outplay these 1v1 situations, and that's just going to be a free Lord just put into the hands of Hoshi just like that.
RRQ still with the full control. Now going to actually invade into the jungles of Bigatron Alpha. They are sticking together, and for the most part, support and help is always available for Skylar or Clay whenever they get jumped on. So the positioning by the team of RRQ in general has been very, very strong, and Key is struggling to find any success with this Natalia. And honestly, what was that read coming in from Skylar into the bush?
Yeah, so I thought that maybe Skylar got a glimpse of what he was doing, right? Maybe he was not invisible for just a few seconds.
Yeah.
I watched the replay. He was invisible the entire time. Skylar, he just popped it. That was game knowledge.
Wow. Great leads coming in from the side of Hoshi. And, you know, as predicted, they just go for the buffs. They're controlling the jungle. And slowly but surely, with this Lord, they're going to try and take as many objectives as possible. And Bigatron Alpha, he is still trying to find a way to flank in the back. But that is just so difficult right now. He is not snowballing. He does not have the damage to actually do an insane one-shot.
Well, at this point, look, he's flanking, but what is he going to be able to do? RRQ, they're staying as 4. How? How do you keep on doing this? He gets it! hit! Oh, what? Real world is gonna be popped right now as Max just gets deleted. Skylar, unreal. What is he? I have no words right now. Albert just goes to the backside with the dragon to be able to lock him down, but he's gonna be damage coming in to kill him. But I am still at disbelief. Skylar.
I mean, there is a reason why Beatrix gets banned every time a person goes against RRQ Hoshi. And this is exactly what we're seeing. Him being able to put so much onto the team, being able to do the reads, the really
a map
high
hack.
IQ map hack type stuff. And look at that, he's just popping off, being able to go ham on everyone from the backline, seeing as no one from the side of Bigatron Alpha can actually penetrate that backline defense other than Key. But Key just keeps getting taken down as well. I mean, sitting at a 152 KDA, that's got to be hard.
When the enemy can know where you are, even though your main ability is being invincible, what are you supposed to do, Arashi?
I don't know, man. That is this is a weird spot for Key to be, and he doesn't do a lot at all. And right now, Bigatron Alpha, they just can't siege against RRQ Hoshi, so they are forced to make aggressive plays. But RRQ Hoshi, we mentioned how much more collective they are. They are not letting Bigatron get any opportunities. Yes, Albert got picked off, but for the most part, the tempo has been solely in the hands of RRQ Hoshi, and there hasn't been any proactive pickoffs coming in from Bigatron Alpha. And they need to find something like that, or with the next Lord, RRQ Hoshi can just go and chunk down the turret slowly but surely with the sniper from Skylar. And of course, if they misstep just a bit, that real-world manipulation will be quick to actually punish them instantly.
I feel a calm before the storm brewing here, knowing that the Lord has already spawned here, and we can already see Key here trying to find something, trying to look for maybe a backdoor type of engage as Bigatron Alpha. They have started to set this one up, but the constant pressure coming in from that Uranus in the top side is going to be also a huge blow for Bigatron Alpha, as they have to take some resources to be able to deal with that. So the setup from RRQ Hoshi right now is just so on point.
Oh, Vin goes in for the conceal. It's going to be R7 flanking to the backside right now. Renbo, Max, and Repo forced to back away, but Albert jumps over the Finch points all the way to the backside once again. Comes up, is going to be popping. That's going to be Renbo taken down. Not for long, though. Whoa! He's still able to jump away. Repo goes over to Falling Star Moon, but only to flicker defensively. A Lord uncontested, and BTR weren't able to get any objectives or a kill. No trades. 7k gold lead.
Uh-oh. But while all that was happening, Bigatron Alpha has actually pushed that lane in the top side. But what?
Okay. Skylar, what are you? What in the world is going on? He flickers forward, man. What is he going to be able to do right now? He's going to be able to buy it. Skylar.
What?
What? Skylar. Oh my goodness gracious.
There is a glitch in the Matrix right now, dude. In match number 1, people keep surviving with 1 HP. In match number 2, the map is just open. Everyone can see what's going on. There's no other explanation. What is going on?
Wow, RRQ, they're showing class here. Albert in that top side, trying to deal some damage. Max goes in for the quad shadow onto the Lord, but RRQ, they're slowly but surely sieging down the base. That's base turret number 2 taken down. Third base turret up top is gonna fall. Bigatron Alpha on full defense mode. It's gonna be the real world manipulation. Pop Repo gets deleted by the Miru's passion. Rembo jumping over the overturn, not able to do anything. Max goes in for the shadow kill, but there's no damage. It's gonna be over. RRQ. They're not even ending the game, they're having fun. I'm offended again on the 2, as that's a legendary pickup for Skylar. No minions, no problem. What was that?
Bigatron just being simple and painfully to say outclassed in that game. They were looking like guinea pigs. I'm sorry, but